Hello, love. Welcome back. I hope you're having a beautiful fall. I know we're in October. I love October. Ladies, I love October. I love November. I love December. We are in my time of the year. We had the most beautiful day yesterday. It was like 83 or 84 degrees here in Arizona. And it was gorgeous, gorgeous. I picked up my grandkids. Paul and I took them to the park. We got ice cream. I mean, it was just a blast. I love this time of year. I do. I hope all of you are enjoying the pumpkins and all the fall weather and the leaves turning. It's the best time of year, I believe. And it's the best time of the year to finish strong. Yes. Oh my goodness. Here we go, ladies. We are getting ready to open. We are going to open on October 18th, 2023. Yes, the last opening of the year. And get ready. You can check everything out at jointransformboss.com. But I'm so excited. We're going to welcome in a lot of new ladies. We have not been open since June. And I just cannot wait to welcome in all the ladies and watch them transform through the holiday season. I tell you, ladies, you have this ability to start the new year and not put weight on your New Year's resolution. I know, right? To start the new year knowing exactly what you're doing, to start the new year feeling good, feeling amazing. Ladies, I know it's so good. Come and join us. I cannot wait. So, this episode today, I was thinking about what I find like my clients struggle with, or what, when I ask ladies, like, tell me what you struggle with. I've seen it with clients. I've seen it with people I haven't interacted with, people in the challenge, and even just women in general. And it's time. And when I ask ladies, hey, why have you had a hard time losing weight? Time is one of the challenges that they believe, that they say, Shannon, I'm just so busy. I understand, right? I know like there are days where your days are filled with endless to-dos and things take longer than you thought they were. And people are pulling on you and you got all these responsibilities and, you don't have a lot of me time. And I understand. I've always had a full schedule. I've pretty much worked 2 gigs most of my life in some form or fashion. And when I was losing my weight, and still to this day, I had to learn how to create time. And when I say create, you can't really create it, right? Everyone gets 168 hours every single week. Everyone. This is it. No matter who you are on the planet, you get 24 hours in a day and 168 hours in a week. But how I create time is by leaving time for the things that matter to me and prioritizing. And I'm going to teach you in this episode today a few things to help you create more time. There are times where I'm not intentional about my time, where I'm not creating and curating my time. I'm just letting things, fly. I'm just whatever people want or whatever is coming at me. And I tell you, those are the times where I feel the most mentally exhausted, where I'm not doing the things for myself that I want. And I'm focusing on really low value activities. This is for all my working ladies who you feel like you're in meeting after meeting after meeting and you're just, And I tell you, what happens to me if I'm not intentional about what I'm doing and my time, then I focus on really low value, things that don't bring as much value, whether it's personally or professionally. And I stay in the puddle a lot. When you're just puddling, right? Where your thoughts, you're just like, worst case scenario things. You're worried about what you said. You're reviewing everything that you did in that last meeting. That's puddling. You had an argument with one of your kids, right? And you're just in the puddle. You're not really doing anything. What I find that you may be doing, if you're anything like me, you're just scrolling on your phone. You're doing something, or you're eating, or you're, watching TV because you're doing something to distract you. You go into this buffering, you go into wasting time. Time is our most precious resource we have. You can give yourself more time by being intentional, but really you have 168 hours. The next day is not promised. And if you have gone through this life and you've seen how precious life is because you've lost someone, or as we age, we start seeing that time is moving faster, you know how valuable time is. I tell you, what happens when you're not intentional about your time, when you're not creating and curating your life, you're staying in indecision. You're thinking about that vacation, or you're thinking about things you want to do, and you're just thinking about it. You're just thinking about it. You're not really doing anything. You're just thinking, you're puddling about it. See, losing weight, it doesn't take a lot of time, actually. I know. What, Shannon? It doesn't. Losing weight doesn't take a lot of time. But what has happened is we've created a mental construct so that we stay small. So we stay in the puddle, so that we stay the same, so that we don't live our best lives. Time, and I really believe this, it's just a lie. It's just this mental construct that we have of 168 hours and 24 hours in a day. And then we pile on and we don't live our best lives, and we think about the things we're going to do instead of creating a life where we go out and we create beliefs and thoughts that help us feel better so that we can go and do the things that we want to do. I think about this thought, I'm so busy. I have so much to do. I know, I felt the way. And of course, there are times like that. But I tell you, look on your phone. Look on your phone. I know. It's so funny. I asked Paul, I'm like, hey, let's turn on screen time. He's like, I don't want to. Yeah, he's not ready. Look at the time you have spent scrolling on your phone or watching TV. You binge watch a new Netflix. You watch 10 episodes in a weekend. I know. I'm not judging you. I've done the same. But I know that you want something different. And it's scary to go after the version of you that is not at her natural weight, the version of you who fuels her body, who moves in a loving way, that version of you that maybe some people around you will be a little feared about. They might start saying, oh, you're losing too much weight, or oh, you start to get comments. You have some fear around that. And this is important to understand, that time is one of our biggest excuses that we use to stay small. I don't have the time. It takes too much time. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I'm too this. I'm too that. And I just want to tell you that when you can start to get honest about your time, and when you can start to look at it differently, that time, you have this much time and you get to choose what you want to do with it, your life will start to change. It's some of the best work that I've done when it comes to taking action, getting things done, is looking at where I was spending my time and starting to create time. I have clients and they'll tell me too, I'm too busy. I talk to so many women who just feel so overwhelmed. And I tell you, for me, and maybe this is for you too, the most overwhelming things in my life are not the actual circumstances around my life. It's not the actual things that are going on. It is my thoughts about them. It is the mental weight that I carry. It's when I'm sitting in a puddle about a conversation or what I think someone should do. Or ladies, I'm sure you're scrolling all the new things out there, all the new weight loss drugs. And oh my gosh, is this it? Right? This is what we do. We waste so much time in indecision. And I just want you to challenge yourself. This is the question on why you can't find the time. I think about weight loss and what it really takes. I don't know. You can do it in an hour a week, my process. Really, you can. An hour. I don't know. Let's just even say it was 2 hours. 2 hours. I mean, it's less than 2% of your time. Right? But this is what we say. We say, oh, I can't do the thing, whatever it is, because I can't find the time. And I really want to challenge you on that, because what is the real reason? Are you staying small? Are you keeping the weight on because you're keeping that barrier between you and the other humans? I know, love. Weight is an inside job. It's a symptom of something else. And this exploration of why, so that you can then make a different decision. These phones and Netflix, the binging of the shows, it just steals our time. And again, I'm not judging. I do the same thing. I just want to be really intentional in my life about it. There are days and days where I don't go on any sort of social media, or I continually put my phone down. I'm very intentional about it, especially things like before I go to bed, because it's just stealing my time. It's taking away from my dreams. When you do this work to figure out why, and getting honest with yourself, the next part is the action part. You start to realize, like, what do I want to do in my week? How do I want to show up for myself? Here's my take. Number one, get honest about time. How much time do you really have, and what are you doing with it? Do a quick time study. Ooh, I love a time study. Just for a day, use all the phones have all the tracking of you. They do. And how much time you're spending. You just got to Google whatever phone you have. Do that. Look at your TV time. Like the biggest time wasters. You don't even, when you do a time study, you don't have to do every minute by minute. Just what are your big time wasters? Now, I love a good Netflix show. I like to go on and see social and what's going on there. I just don't allow myself to just go down the rabbit hole where I'm on the phone for 2-3 hours a day. So, one, get honest and ask yourself, why don't I have time for me? This is such a great question. Why don't I have time for me? Number two, create time. The only way to create time is by prioritizing your time and curating it, right? Creating this life that looks like a life that you want to live, doing things that are fun, prioritizing. Look, I know, most of us, we got to work. And the funny part is I really love my work too, but I also want other things in my life. I want to spend time with my grandkids. I want to spend time with Paul. I want to ride my bike. I want to do things for me. I love, cooking an amazing meal for Paul and I, or even for the grandkids or my family. I love going and chit-chatting with my dad. So I want all of those things. I don't have an or. I don't want ors in my life. I want ands. And what I mean by that is I do this or I do that. I'm on a diet or I'm off a diet. I'm putting time in for me or I'm totally numbing and not doing anything for me. I want an and. I want to do it all. I want to find time. I want to live my best life. And sometimes I'm going to be in the puddle. I know that all of that is possible. So, number two, create time. I know I just said it, but I'm going to say it again because this one is so important. The only way to create time, again, is to prioritize it. But this is an important part. A lot of times we let fear be in the driver's seat. We're fearful of losing weight. We're fearful of living in a body that we love. We're fearful of losing our relationship with food and the relationship we currently have and going into the next version. We have so much fear. And so fear is driving the bus of your life. And we're fear of doing the new thing. We're fear of putting ourselves out there, all this. And we make all these excuses for allowing fear to be in that driver's seat. And I am just here to say to you, let fear be the passenger. Fear is always going to be there. I know that I have fear all the time. I just know that I'm going to drive the bus. When fear comes in, I'm like, I hear you. I know, but this is what we're going to do. And it's going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to feel new. And I'm not going to know what I'm doing. And I'm going to have all these things that come up, all these old diet beliefs. And I'm going to have some fear around who this next version looks like. But I'm just going to keep telling myself, I got you. I got you. We got it. We know what to do. Number three, to get started in this process that I teach, I did an episode number 207. Go to it. It's 3 simple steps to get started. I did this so that ladies could break through the drama of the process that I teach. Because what happens is we make it so complicated. I do too. Make it so complicated. My brain loves to overcomplicate things and stay in indecision and worry. I have 3 simple steps so that you can start on this journey. I'm doing a challenge. It starts on October 16th. We're going to send out in social media. You can follow me, Shannon Christensen, on Instagram, Facebook. It's Beef Light Coaching. And you can get all of the information of when the challenge starts. And to sign up, you have to register for it. It's a private challenge. And so October. It's a free challenge. I love doing them. I haven't done one since June, so I'm super excited about this challenge. It's our last one of the year. And these 3 simple steps, number 3, I'm going to teach in this challenge. Now you can listen and get a preview on episode 207, but I'm going to go deep in this challenge on these 3 steps. And so that 2, one of the things I'm going to help you with is how to create time, how to make time to lose weight and get through all of the mind drama around it. I know, my love. I know. I have it too, right? We're just humans trying to figure it out. So, creating time for me is prioritizing what matters and being honest with myself on time. And what's happened is losing the excuse, I don't have the time, I'm too busy, and deciding and curating the life of my dreams. It's led to, this beautiful life that I get to live, losing the weight, the career, the business I want, and I get to show up for all the humans in my life. It's amazing. I know. This is available to you. So what I want you to do is I gave you 3 steps. So 1, get honest about time. Ask yourself, why don't I have time for me? 2, create time, right? Not letting fear be the driver of your bus. 3, using my 3 simple steps in episode 207. What I want you to do is send me an email. I know, I want to hear from you. Send me an email. What action are you going to do to create more time? I want you to really overload my email. So my support team's like, Shannon, I know, let's do it. support@bflycoaching.com. Tell me all the things. I really want to hear from you. And if you want to take this work deeper, yes, and learn how to make it simple and lose weight for the last time, go to jointransformboss.com to check out my membership program where we take this work deeper to a whole new level. And ladies, get off the diet roller coaster for good. All right. Bye for now.